I ain't so much fried rice on this trip with you.
It's crazy, right? Oh, Laravia comes up with a steal. LeBron, good hands, deflection there, but oh, what a feed by Reeves to James.
It is tough to get there at the rim because of the spacing.
Aiden on a tough fall-away jumper scores over Gill. Lakers have 7 assists on 12 made field goals. Washington has 8 assists on 13 makes. Jameer blocked by James.
And this is a great opportunity for him.
Watch out, LeBron.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
23 with a takeoff. Tell me if you've heard that before.
I think he's just running out of dunks. He didn't even know what to do on that.
Yep.
Reeves took 4 more free throws than the entire Wizards team in that first half. Aiden taking his time, slams it home. James posting up Jameer. Shot clock at 5. Hands it off inside to Hayes. Count it. And the foul. That'll be James's 10th.
Jackson, there is one player in the NBA that is shooting better from 3 than Luka. You know who that is?
That's me.
That's right, 100%.
3 for 3.
Now, look, you did shoot threes when you were playing more of the 3-4 in New Orleans, so you can knock him down. So that's not a joke. Maybe not at 100% accuracy, but it's a part of your game.
Yeah, that definitely is. I used to do it more in New Orleans, but I just do whatever the team needs me to do, and I'm just trying to do my job.
Well, part of what they're asking you to do here is dunk the basketball and finish. You're 8 for 8 tonight, and then Ayton was 5 for 5. So that's about as good as you can get in finishing from your centers.
About to say, me and DH, coach keeps telling us to keep bringing the energy for our team and keep protecting the paint, so that's what we're just going to keep on doing.
So on the broadcast, Billy Mack brought up your block rate. It's been really high of late. The last 7 or so games, you're averaging almost 3 blocks. Has anything clicked on that end, or are you seeing things that just kind of have the uptick in the shot blocks?
I feel like our guards are just getting guys to certain positions where I'm able to come over and help, and I'm not feeling caught in between trying to go help or not. So the guards have just been doing great, so I know I can go over and help them, and I know somebody's going to cover me.
All right, last one for you, back-to-back, so you get Cleveland tomorrow night. I'm sure you'll welcome Luka back into the lineup and see what you can do against the Cavs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, definitely excited to get him back tomorrow.
Any message for Luka, probably watching?
No more technicals.
All right, Jack.
Get the easy win over the lowly Wizards. Luka had the night off, but that did not stop the offense from having a big night. LeBron James, a triple-double at age 41. 6 Lakers in double figures, 50 bench points. Big game, James. I know you like that. The team shot 56% and also 21 fast break points. Everyone played, had a good time, didn't have to play a ton of minutes. Lakers get ready for the Cavs.
Yeah, I mean, look, did what they were supposed to do against a very weak Wizard team. Coming off a great road trip, coming back home, winning a tough game after being on the road, and then having this kind of a softball game thrown to them. But these are the tough games. The tough games to get up for. You have to really search hard because you kind of think you're going to beat this team. I thought the discipline was really good tonight, the way they came out defensively. Even though Washington kind of came back in that second quarter, the Lakers were able to regain themselves. The bench, the coaching staff, I think, got a lot out of this game. They got to see guys on the floor experimenting with some things. I thought Hayes, just a nice collective effort led by LeBron. Reeves did a good job as well, but I thought overall the bench and the role players stepped up and got the job done.
I think discipline, as you mentioned, but also you could tell that there was an intentionality with coming in for a collective game plan without your motor, without your catalyst in Luka Doncic. And I think it started with LeBron and Austin. Early, you kind of asked, what kind of version were we going to get from LeBron? We saw more of a scoring attack from him, but I also thought there was an intention from Austin to facilitate. And I just think the two of them played off each other so well, but then also understanding in that second quarter to turn it up a notch, and then obviously in the fourth to take it up even another level. It was just an overall great
combined today, 13 for 13, and obviously most of it's been on rolling. They've both been so good at it. Could you see some point in the future, like one of them popping out to 3 and kind of like adding that look, even though it's not something they've
hopefully
gone
not.
to? Hopefully not. So
even though Jackson made one tonight.
Yeah.
No, it's so important for those guys, for our team, for them to put pressure on the rim. And they've done it in a number of ways. Done it in transition Jackson gets ahead of his guy early. LeBron hits him. He gets a dunk. Da just as a roller, I thought was great tonight. Jackson out of our 88 spacing always does a really good job just playing off LeBron or Luka right there. And we were saying on the bench after he got that and one, his timing of like his gather and no dribble and then taking those 2 steps and being at the rim has been great. And he's gotten dunks. He got the and one tonight. But it's for us, again, we're elite when we touch the paint, and we don't touch the paint enough. And so the emphasis is not for our bigs to pick and pop and shoot threes, but it's to put pressure on the rim.
The shooting threes, Kennard obviously is good at that. What have you made of his presence just overall since you acquired him?
He's a pro. He's just very steady and very consistent in execution, in effort. Obviously, there's a gravity that he has off the ball, both as a spacer and as a mover, and then has just been a terrific decision maker for us. And good to see him have a big scoring night.
I think you guys were down maybe 4 at this point. Jackson had that big dunk. A couple offensive rebounds early. Just how much did you feel maybe his energy kind of changed the trajectory of the game, at least early, I think, after that one dunk?
Yeah, I mean, he had a great first run, and DA had a terrific second run. Both those guys were really good in the first half. Thought overall our defense was pretty good in the first quarter. Then we switched to zone and held them to 18 points in the second quarter. But really for me, it was we had 5 balls that literally rattled in and out. LeBron missed a dunk, uncontested. It was just a strange start offensively for us. And then outside of some turnovers in the third quarter, I thought it was a good offensive night for us.
JJ, when you're in the moment coaching like you were tonight, are you able to enjoy LeBron James, to marvel what he does out there?
I enjoy all of our guys every single night. Just not all the time.
He hit a triple-double tonight. He's at 41 years old, another one. That's pretty majestic. How about that?
Yeah, did he break another record or tie another record?
His own record.
The wins record. Tied the wins record for playoffs and regular season. I'll just say he's very praiseworthy. I don't know what else to say about him at this point. I've tried to give every version of the same soliloquy on his longevity, but I don't have anything for you tonight.
JJ, what's your philosophy on how you analyze and assess three-point defense? Like, obviously, the balls go in or goes out, but this is like the 8th time that a team didn't hit double-digit threes, like 6th time that they didn't hit 25%. And that's been a trend since the All-Star break. So, like, how do you view that, and how well your defense is affecting it?
Yeah, so there's 2 ways to sort of measure expected field goal percentage, expected three-point percentage. One way is to take a look at every shot and use basically league averages, and you arrive at a number. The other way to do it is to individualize it for each shot for each player. What does this guy shoot, off the dribble going left historically? Whatever the code is, whatever the algorithm is, that gives us an expected, three-point percentage for a half a game. I'll give you an example. Boston, when we got blitzed in the first half, they were like 18 points over expected at halftime. And that was really the trend in our defensive three-point percentage throughout the season. It was about 3 percentage points higher by our own internal metrics that team shot against us. And I would have to get an updated look at it, what it looks like in the last whatever it is now, 17 games that we've been 15-2. But that's kind of how I measure it. And if teams are slightly underperforming whatever the expected is, then that's probably just some level of progression to the mean for us, given that teams outperformed for the majority of the season.
Any thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, I mean, we had a professional approach. We came in, we got the job done, understanding doesn't matter who we're playing. You know, we're still trying to build habits for the postseason, so a good win for us.
You often talk about not being able to really maybe enjoy the moment, but another triple-double. Yeah. Are you able to enjoy some of this at all?
I mean, I've had moments more this year and last year that I've enjoyed more in the moment. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cool to know that I'm, I mean, at this point in my career, and I'm still able to do those things. I mean, it's super dope. It's super humbling, and just try to put the work in and continue to put the work in, and those are the results of it.
One thing you've talked about a lot this season is being a big passion is golf. When did that start for you? Why do you love it so much, and how much does that help the team bond?
Well, I never believed in the bug. People always talk about the golf bug. I never believed in it. But I told myself when I turned 40, I wanted to do something that was something I just maybe uncomfortable or never done in my life before. I never played golf in my life before. I never followed the sport, really. But when I turned 40, I said it was something. It was that and chess. I've never played chess as well, so that would be next. But right now, I'm locked in on golf. It's something that I've, really put a lot of time in. I love the sport. I appreciate the sport. I love how difficult it is, and I love a challenge. So I look forward to just putting more work in over the course of however long it takes me. But right now, I'm having a hell of a time playing it. And for us, we have a lot of golfers on our team, and the best thing about what we did in Orlando is that we beat the shit out of coaches, and that was great.
Of course, you guys want Luka available, but on a night like tonight when he's not playing, and you get Luke Kennard with 19, Jackson doesn't miss a shot, DeAndre doesn't miss a shot, how can something like this help in the playoffs when a guy gets his moment, knowing that he had moments in the regular season?
Well, no, what do you mean? We don't want this to happen in the postseason.
I'm not saying that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Guys who got a bigger chance.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, it's going to be, in the postseason, it could be a different guy, every night that can make, those plays to help you win a postseason game. And obviously, Luka's going to do what he does. AR's going to do what he do. They're gonna do what they do. So, but every given night in the postseason, you can have a different guy step up and make impact plays. So, it definitely helps to have a moment like tonight where those guys were. I mean, our bigs was what they was 13 for 13 from the floor. They had 14 rebounds, 5 blocks, 1 for 1 from the three. They were great. Luke was Luke. Shot the piss out the ball again. So, and everybody that came in and gave us minutes were great.
LeBron, can you describe what Saturday was like for you to see Bronny lead South Bay to the number 1 seed and Bryce go to the Final Four? It was within like 60 minutes or so. Yeah,
it was totally awesome. I don't know, man. I had Bronny's game on my iPad. As me and my wife were in the living room, I had Bronny's game on the iPad sitting on the table, and then my wife had Bryce's game on the TV. So we were watching both at the same time. I was watching Bronny go off, and I was also seeing Bryce, celebrate with his teammates as they went to the Final Four. It was just super. Come on. My boy's first year in college. He's going to the Final Four, and Bronny doing what he's doing, continue to, get better. We got nothing to worry about.
LeBron, that's the one thing that you didn't get to do in your career because you went straight. To see him cut down the nets and have that moment in the Final Four.
Yeah. I'm happy for him, but I definitely made the right decision. I cut 3 nets to state championships, and that was enough for me. Yeah, I'm good. That was good.
They were both to win a championship in the next 13 days or 2 weeks. Bronny with G-League and Bryce.
And Bryce?
How would that motivate you? Right behind him in the
listen, we're a winning family. We're a winning family, and that's all we've ever done. And it doesn't even mean in sports. In life, we're a winning family. So all this other shit is just extra credit, and we're super appreciative of it.
Given the group's strong play this past month, how would you assess the team's readiness to make that championship push?
We still got some games left. We still got to continue to improve. But we know what we're capable of, but we will not shortcut the process. And the process is finishing the regular season strong. Next opponent is tomorrow. We got a road trip coming up. We can't shortcut the process, and that's most important when the postseason get here, we will attack that as its own individual season.
Just on that note, like, in what ways does this team feel maybe different, maybe more prepared compared to this time last year when you guys had some quality wins as well going into the playoffs?
I don't remember this time last year. It was such a blur. It was like 3 different seasons all in one. I mean, there was just so much changeover last year. So it's hard for me to even think about last year. I don't even know where I was, at that point or where we were. We did have there's a lot of changeover. That's all I can say. I can speak to now. We're in a good place right now. The chemistry is high. Everyone loves being around each other. We love playing for one another. We love being off the floor with one another. It's a good, tight-knit group, and we got to carry that for the rest of the regular season. Then I said, like, the postseason is its own season. We got to carry that to the end, too. Appreciate it.